is on the computery thing, just so I know that we are actually live and like no intro gets cut off or anything like that. It's a bit kind of how very unprofessional of me. So there we go. We are now live. Hello, my name is Rob. This is Cat Rabbit Scale Model Studios. Thursday, it's the Hobby Hangout. I'm joined by the ever lovely Josh from Free Spies Gaming.
Hello.
There he is. Have you seen him? Josh, so what are you working on tonight?
I am going to build these lovely raptors you sent me last week.
Alpha Legion Raptors.
Alpha Legion Raptors, yes.
Very nice, very nice. Are your Alpha Legion? Are they traitors or are they good guys in disguise?
Probably traitors.
Ooh.
Or are they? I don't know.
Ooh, I like what you did there. A little bit of mystery added on just right at the end there.
It depends what mood they're in each week.
That's it. How the football goes.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough. And I'm going to be doing some really odd bits. I've left it very late to do videos and stuff like that. And I started working on something. And now I'm like, so I'm going to be mucking about just with some bits. So don't mind me. I'll just be rummaging around my bits boxes. With different bits and stuff like that.
Rob's room, I'm playing with his bits tonight.
Basically, yes. It is 100% correct. What I am trying to do, I'm trying to copy some artwork.
No, right.
Because I think it would be quite a good thing to do, shall we say. So I'm just trying to make sure I've got some bits. Now, I'm trying to work out. But my problem is I never know where I've accumulated bits from. And it does throw me out, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean.
I'm always gathering bits, and I'm never quite sure where I'm getting this stuff from or what kit I've taken it from. So when it comes to going on like videos and stuff like that, and people go, "Oh, where'd you get that bit from?" and I'm just like, I just don't know. I just generally don't know. But I thought I would try and do a little bit of an exercise because I want to try and copy, as I said, some artwork. I thought that would be quite a cool video because we all have, I guess, our favourite bits of artwork in Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be quite interesting to, just as an exercise, sit down and see if I can actually replicate some artwork.
That's pretty cool.
So I thought it'd make a bit of an entertaining video. Not my usual type of thing. I try and go for something a bit more informative, but I thought, let's do a fun one.
Yeah, right.
How
it's
we
always
can.
Good to do fun, though, isn't it?
It's always good to have a fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got this wicked sword, which I think I'm going to use off the Terminator Captain because it's like ridiculously long, but it's the wrong hand. So I can teach people how to like change hands with weapons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what I want. I need a sword arm that's fairly facing downwards. So I'm just going to be. You'll hear me rummaging around like some sort of like small scurrying goblin.
That's okay.
But Josh, you did, and we haven't been on because we didn't go on last week. You had a massive game of Leviathan, didn't you, at the club?
Yes, we did. Yes, yeah. Although I didn't actually play myself, but
can you tell me about it? Because the pictures, and if you haven't, are up on Instagram. Looked amazing.
Yes, and if you are on Instagram, give us a follow because we're like 20 people away from 1,000 followers now. Which is like amateur numbers compared to Rob, but it's massive achievement for a small community group like us. So.
And hey, Free Spies Gaming Group is synonymous with Cattle Rabbit. So if you follow me, you might as well go and follow Josh as well. It's a no-brainer.
Yes.
So yes, tell me about the game. So how did it go? Give us a bit of a thematic rundown.
It was a bit chaotic, so I can't actually explain what happened in the game because it was just obviously we've got quite a small venue. And it should be capped at about 30 people, but we had about 38 people turn up.
Okay.
And we had 30 people playing one massive game Warhammer.
So it was all. Was it all Space Marines versus Xenos in general?
It was Xenos and Chaos because it was just like trying to. A few people only had Chaos armies.
Yeah.
So it was like, well, we'll just put Xenos and Chaos together. Pretty much the same thing, you know.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
They filthy heretics didn't Imperium, aren't they? So you know.
Oh my God! Can't believe you speak like
that. So yeah, we just basically had a massive game. Simon popped down, just the average 4K painter. He brought his Custodes, and he played against Dark Elder and Tyranids, I think.
Oh.
I think he had Dark Angels with him.
Hey.
Yeah, it was sort of like 2 per table. So yeah, it was
cool. More importantly, Josh, who won?
I don't know.
Oh, what a cliffhanger!
Like I said, it was absolutely chaos. Like people just kept turning up. I didn't know they were turning up, and I was like, yeah. But it was fun. It was fun. It was just it's very chaotic.
That's the main thing. As long as
it's fun. It took me like pretty much a whole week to recover.
Yeah.
Hence why I didn't post that much the following week on social media now, because it just mentally drained me trying to.
Makes sense. Sometimes it does that.
And I just couldn't get into the hobby. You know, I was probably say hobby burnt.
Hobby out. Worn out.
Yeah, even though I didn't play, but just sheer trying to organise it and just yeah.
Hey,
but no,
it sounds like you had a fantastic time.
Everyone had a really good time. Everyone enjoyed it. There was new players as well who never played before playing. So
yeah,
everyone was super lovely. Simon did a really good reel actually, which for some reason my reels don't work. I've tried to do a couple today.
I did notice a few people having trouble on Instagram regarding reels and not being able to post them and stuff like that. So
I tried to do one about club chapter today, and I tried about 4 times, and I just gave up in the end.
Was having none of it.
Nope.
Oh.
So, yeah, but no, the game was really good. Then I did actually play a game last Friday, actually. So.
And how did you do?
It was all right. Really good. It was a guy called Chris who he's on Twitch and that. He just painted. He's a really good painter.
Yeah.
But he hasn't played for how long has he played for now? Since about 4th edition, I think. He said something like that. So
you needed a wee bit of a refresher.
Yeah, but it went really well. We only did manage 2 turns each. So
yeah.
And I sort of said, "Oh, let's call it a draw," because I had a really good first round where I literally just shot everything off the board, pretty much.
Yeah.
But then he got some of it in combat, and mine was starting to drop.
We'll leave it there today. Oh, it's not because you're losing, is it? No.
It was generally because we're out of time. I would have carried on playing, but
your secret's safe with me, Josh.
No.
Oh, gotcha.
I don't mind losing. That's I've lost every game attempt so far, so it's one more one I've hurt.
Well, that's the way I always look at it. Come on now.
You know what I mean? It's yeah. So
good.
No, I don't mind losing. I'll lose it.
Do you know what? It's never really bothered me.
It's about enjoying the game,
That is exactly it.
It's like
having fun. What's the point?
My last 9th edition game was really good fun. That was my Knights against Necrons.
Yeah.
And although I lost, it was such good fun. But I only really lost because I forgot to do my secondary objectives.
Yeah.
And if I remember my secondary objective, I probably would have won the game. But
to be fair, I always forget things like that, like secondary objectives and all that. Like I just completely.
Yeah.
I'm rubbish at stuff like that. I always have been. So I think I'm missing some bits. Oh, Josh, what have I done? What have I done now? I'm sure I had more bits in this, but I don't know what I've done with them. Okay.
I'm giving this guy Power Fist.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Power Fist. I like the. I think Power Fist is cool, dirty looking.
Power Fist and a Plasma Pistol.
So I've got some really cool when I come to do my Terminators. I've got some really cool ones with like Deathwing insignia on and that.
Oh wow, that's
I'm definitely going to be very excited about jazzing mine up, especially like the chain fists and stuff like that. Now,
yeah,
that's a hooded head. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, that's one thing I didn't like about Terminators in Revive, and you you can't really jazz them. Well, unless you could bash them like you do. But
there's a will, there's a way.
Well, I would have loved to give the guy with the autocannon a heavy flamer instead.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Now,
what
I'm missing something. Where would I put that? If I was Rob from the past, where would I have put something to keep it safe?
Have we got any chat tonight, by the way?
Have I done what?
Have we got any chat tonight? Anyone in the chat?
No, not yet.
No. Well,
me and you rambling.
It's just us two rambling then, basically.
Basically, yeah. Don't be shy, chat. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Say hello.
Oh, hi, Benj. Benj is here.
Yeah, there's always one that pipes up. Right, hang on. There it is. There it is. Right, okay, cool. I know what I'm doing.
Just logged on. He just logged on.
Absolute crack.
What's that? I thought chat looks. Benj is driving.
I just logged on. I'm driving. Please, for the love of God, don't do anything while driving. I need.
Don't do anything while driving.
Yeah, like write or anything like that. Just let us soothe your ears. We've got this. Don't worry. This is the thing I really like. I got one of these.
Yeah, but if he's driving in London, he's probably stuck in traffic anyway, so it's probably not.
Chances are, yeah, it's true. Yeah, I've got one of these for the.
Oh.
Yeah, that goes on the top. So originally I was going to use him for my Terminator Captain, but he ended up getting a banner. So I'm going to.
Nice.
I want to try and make a fancy guy, and I mean fancy.
Proper fancy.
Good old proper fancy guy is what I want. Now that's the left hand, so we're not going to worry about that. We're not going to worry about that. We don't need that. Now that's a right hand. Ooh, but I don't have the arm. This is literally how I talk to myself when I'm here on my own. Like nothing changes. It's just me talking absolute rubbish.
Yeah.
I think I want to use this blade. I think I want to use that arm section, but I need to adapt his section there because I actually need that to be there so I get the right angle on the arm. Right. Okay. This is easy. Or is it? Probably not.
I need 69 now.
Hey! You know what comes after 69, don't you?
70?
No, mouthwash. Right. Pure filth. Pure filth. So let's see what I've got in here, because if not, I have got a secret weapon. This box of veteran stuff is so good.
Yeah, you love veteran kit.
Oh my god, this kit has just got everything. Like I've used so much of this, and it's just wicked.
Yes, because you didn't you get them for Father's Day?
I did, yes. I got them from my kids.
Yeah. But you just use them as bits, aren't you, rather than the
Yes, so I don't use them for anything but But bits, because let's face it, veterans.
Which, in all fairness, I brought the Death Watch box for that because obviously I was building my Death Watch guy.
Yeah.
But I've still got the box of the Death Watch stuff, so I can sort of customize other things in Death Watch.
And that's exactly it. Like, honestly, it's just a treasure trove to make something so unique.
Yeah.
It's wicked. I mean, even down to all these shoulder pads, it's just so good. Like, I'm definitely using that shoulder pad on his other arm too, right?
Yeah, it's
because that is wicked.
What can you do on platforms? Mm-hmm.
On 2 platforms. Get those owls up. It's all about the watchtowers, Ems. Always about the watchtowers. This is a great bit. Like, I've never seen this before. A bit of dangly cloth. Oh, yes. All day long. That should.
I wish they did like an Alpha Legion or Grey Kit. That'd be.
I wish a lot of the legions had an upgrade kit that was just dedicated to them.
I love an Alpha Legion Pacific unit as well. I think each main legion should have a specific unit to make them a bit more unique.
I think if every unit should at least have a box like this, just so even if it's 5 miniatures.
Yeah.
And really, like, these miniatures are all on one sprue with some bits of, like, the arms and that, whatever. But they're all on one sprue, basically, your veterans. And then you've got 2.5 sprues in here of just pure gold, which I think if they did that for most kits, like, I think this is £22. Considering an upgrade sprue is a tenner, you get so much more use out of these and this kit than you would, even if I'm not using all the other bits, which I won't because they're crap. Like, I get you're a big Dark Angels fan. Yeah, no one loves them more than me. But the models just don't scale well with anything anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm not prepared to hang on to that for love nor money.
Yes.
But the amount of bits, like, I've got Ravenwing bits in here, I've got Terminator bits, I've just got a little bit of everything for my faction, a load of bespoke kind of shoulder pads and everything, and it just looks wicked.
Yeah.
Even if you're not using it for the intended purpose, you're getting so much cool stuff. It's unreal.
See, I wouldn't even mind if they did like Alpha Legion Legionnaires, so they like got this sort of scale mail armor.
Yep.
What isn't Horus Heresy style, you know what I mean?
Now, there was something I wanted to try out the other day, and while I've still got it fresh in my mind, I'm actually going to do it now because I think, Josh, I've discovered something.
Ooh.
I was looking at the way models go together. Let's just put these bits over here because I think that's a nice little pool of stuff I'm going to use. What I really, really need. Not
First guy built anyway.
Let's get.
God, these are horrible in game, the Raptors. I'd say.
What, like, good or just?
Yeah. The ability makes you take a leadership test when they like near you and when they charge you. And then if you've got the Harken World Eater with them, you have to take 2 leadership tests. And it's just terrible. It's just like,
now I want. Is this? Oh, right. No, some of them are different.
Gosh, what's your Alpha Legion? It's a Horus Heresy. No, it's I'm painting them as the. I think I'm painting them color schemes as the Horus Heresy, which is like the metallic, greeny blue kind of style, but it's not Horus Heresy. I'm not doing Horus Heresy models. If that's what you mean. I have had a look into Horus Heresy, but I think the Starbox is too pricey for Starbox, and I just don't have time to get into a new game with that many space rooms to paint up.
Well, what do you think about the one with the little people? I don't know what it's called.
I couldn't care less, I'll be honest.
I think it's such a shame they didn't do it in 40k. That's all I will kind of say in that regard.
Yeah, even if they did 4K, I wouldn't be that interested.
Yeah.
I struggled to paint 28mm models, so going little. It's why I've never been never got into like Flames of War and like some historical games, which are like 15mm.
Yeah.
Because I just can't paint that small. I just, it's.
I suppose it's a bit of an acquired.
I understand like some of the elite painters. You're thinking, oh, this is going to be a good challenge for me, but for me, it's just like I can't be bothered. You know what I mean? It's just.
It does seem a bit like how small can we make it before people can't see anything?
Yeah.
Is quite good, but I like the idea of it. I don't like the idea of it as Horus Heresy, just purely because I'm not into Horus Heresy. So
I remember when Epic was in the stores actually, when I used to go to Games Workshop stores and used to have like the Epic displays there, and even then it was quite cool to look how small there was, but I've never thought, oh, I really want to get into that because
it's never appealed to you.
No. And because obviously GW are going to like hype up massively now because it's like the next game, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean that'll be the next thing that's kind of plugged. Like I said, I like the idea of it, but I just don't think it's for me. It doesn't really.
No,
but not every game is for everyone.
I know exactly. It's.
Okay, I've hit a bit of a hurdle, Josh.
But
and now I'm scrapping around for just bits. It was all going so well. I had some really nice bits. Oh, fuck me, that ain't even walking. Right, get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Right. It's like Blood Bowl. I love the models Blood Bowl. But I hate playing Blood Bowl. I think it's too slow of a game to play.
Yeah.
Although I've never played sevens. I'll be interested to see how sevens and.
What's sevens?
It's basically a smaller version of Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
You have like 7 people in your team, basically, instead of like 11 or 12 or whatever it is you have.
Okay, hang on. What number are you?
You're basically playing a smaller pitch as well. So,
what was the one they did? Was it Dungeon Bowl? That looked pretty good.
Yeah, it's the new one they just released. It's Gutter Ball, I think, which looks quite interesting.
Yeah.
Which basically you play in the streets and that, which is quite. It's quite cool, but because I've got them halflings, haven't I?
Yes, you've got them lovely. Yes, a lovely painted squad you've got there.
Yeah, but I don't really use them, so it's like,
Yeah, if you're not using them, I always think if you're not using it, what's the point of having it? That's how I've kind of looked at things. So it's a shame that you might not get the use out of it. I think that's the other thing as well. I think sometimes GW does such a vast array of games, it spreads some of the player base quite thinly.
Well, it can be for me though. It's not just GW, is it? I've got all the other games I like playing as well. So
that's the thing. Everything's competing for your time, like constantly.
Yeah. It's like I've done so much of the Leviathan box for the club, and my army's suffered for it really because that's still unpainted and stuff. But I enjoy doing it still, but I can't do everything.
No, and that's always the thing, isn't it? You can't do everything. You can't be everywhere all at once, which is,
Yeah.
So.
Do I have him with a melter gun, plasma gun, or flamer?
Plasma. Go for plasma. Only because Dark Angels love plasma. all day long.
See, I was thinking Flamer because it did.
Auto hits, yeah, could be good.
Yeah, everyone thinking, I'm thinking more tactical than raw cool, but Flamer just look cool. So does Meltagun. So it's like, yeah.
Right, I think I'm on to something, but it's going to take some jiggery pokery, which is fine. I think if I combine these three parts.
I think so.
Is that going to be too?
I have had a look on like a 3D printing sites and haven't found any I really like look of for the Alpha Legion. But I might be looking at like completely wrong sites and.
I know the type of sites you look at, Josh. That's very juvenile. I'm so sorry. Okay. Do you know, it's weird, isn't it? Like I'm sitting here trying to find the perfect part.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that I quite appreciate with kit bashing, and it's something that I'm going to speak about in my next video as well. Oh, look at this! It's
You know what you should do? You was on about doing a competition for the club.
Yeah.
Why don't you do a kit bash competition after you release your video?
Yeah, I probably could do.
Just a thought for you. You was on about it a while back, wasn't you?
Well, I'd like to do it themed towards the prizes, you see. So, and I'm not taking part in it.
No, you're not taking part.
But no, ain't doing that.
Right, have I messed up here?
Do you know why I think 10th edition's pretty good?
Why?
Because you can attach HQs to units.
Yes.
And I like that because not only does it encourage you to obviously like add in a lieutenant or play around with strategies and stuff like that. If you're someone like me that wants to do kit bashing and stuff like that, it gives you a great playground to create your own miniatures.
Yeah. No.
I really like that. I think
it's also annoying because my Terminator Lord, which I absolutely love, I think it's probably my best Alpha Legion model painted. Can't use him because I don't have any Terminators.
Can he not be attached to anything else? Like nothing?
Nope. Because he's in Terminator armor, he has to be attached with Terminators.
That's a bit poopy.
It's really annoying. So it means I have to go out and buy some more models, which I do want Terminators anyway. But
yeah,
my point is I can't use them in the current army I've got. You know what I mean?
It's rendered him a bit moot.
Yeah. But I mean, I love the Chaos Terminators anyway. And probably some of my favourite looking models, which I don't know why I still haven't brought any. But
I was doing my World Eater ones. I've got 2 left to paint, but I got to admit they are really cool minis.
Yes. Why is it made 31 on this sprues? That's so annoying.
Well, if it's any consolation, I've hit a bit of a brick wall. I'm struggling to find a part. Oh, yeah, sorry, just getting back to it. And do you know, like, I think what I've worked out is all kit bashing is, all it really is that perfect part.
Yeah.
That's all kit bashing is. It's just finding the perfect part. That's all it is. Because it does. As soon as you find it, you go, that's it. That's what I need. And you're like, yes.
The only kit bash I've done is my Death Watch guy.
Yeah, see, it's a cool miniature, and no one else has a miniature. There we go. Like yours, and I really, the more I think about that, it really just keeps me going.
Yeah, so that's the only kick bash I've ever done, which is the Space Wolf Lieutenant body.
It's great.
With some Death Watch, stuff. And then obviously I built his base up, do more of a heroic kind of base. So, and I used the the Nurgle Heroes.
Yes.
I've used one of them. The one I had spared helmet, so put that in the base just to make it. That's literally the only kickback I've really done. So.
Now that arm could be twisted back. Oh, hang on a minute. I think I might have found a good alternative.
Ooh.
Oh, indeed. Or can I use this? Because I actually don't need the pommel. I can clip it away. Oh, Josh. Oh, Josh. Josh. I think I've sussed it. We're there. Look at that. Just that perfect part. It jumps out and you go, I can work with that. That's achievable. I love it. I do love it. Gets my juices going. Right. So they can go back. That can go back. That's done. That's done. That's going to be the base model. Ooh, little Zachariah there. Ooh. And that's everything I think I'm going to need or could potentially use. Brilliant. Oh, I am a happy camper now.
I do hate gluing special weapons on. When you have to glue the two arms on together.
Yep.
Yeah, really annoys me.
It can be very frustrating
because they just seem to slide everywhere, and it's like.
What veteran should I do next, Josh? The regular guy with the hood or the guy with the banner?
Guy with the banner.
Want me to do the banner guy, shall I?
Yeah, do Bruce Banner.
All right. You've convinced me. Okay.
You have to call him Bruce, though.
Bruce
Banner. Oh.
Bruce Lee Banner. This guy's going to have a pretty simple banner. See, I plan out my banners, Josh. That's how organized I am. I'm a pre-banner planner.
Pre-banner planner.
That's not my brush. Oh, we should
I think you're the only person in the world who said that sentence.
What, a pre-banner planner?
Yeah.
No. But still, it's important to have.
If you ever go in a game show, that's what your job title should be.
What? I'm the pre-banner planner.
Yeah.
Right. If I put. I'm just gonna need to get this covered. I should just do the corners as its 5th chapter colours, but it's so much easier to fill it in afterwards. So I'm going to do it this way.
Yeah.
And this is the guy with the fancy weapon and the fancy head because he's got the little reticule.
Oh, nice. Now I'm going to start the Ballista Dreadnought when I get back from holiday.
See, I don't know what it is about the Ballista's Dreadnought that I don't know. He just looks a little bit odd.
I mean, I'm not excited over it. It's not the best looking Dreadnought, but I don't have anything.
I think it's because building a Brutalis.
Yeah.
He's got all these extra armor panels. Morning angle.
Morning.
On his legs.
Yeah.
And the Ballistus doesn't. And I think it now makes the legs look a bit too thin.
Yeah.
I don't know. It draws your eye to them, and it looks taller. I like the top part of the chassis with like the heavy weapons. But I don't know. It's just, it seems quite. Maybe it's because the Brutalis is right in front of me and he looks like dumpy and quite like stocky and imposing, and the Brutalis just looks like it's got little chicken legs.
I suppose the Brutalis needs more armor because he's like up in people's grills, where the Ballistus one can.
Yeah, it's designed for that. It would have been nice to see something like stabilizers or something for when it fires all the rockets, like built.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would have been kind of cool. Maybe I'll jazz one up if I get hold of one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I think would be quite a cool idea.
Yeah.
But as it stands, I don't know. I do that weird thing, and a good miniature is Desolators. Depending what day of the week it is, I'll look at Desolators and I'll think, they're just so ridiculous. I love them.
Are they the t-shirt cannon?
Yeah, t-shirt launchers.
Yeah.
And then some days I look at them and I think, what the fuck was anyone thinking designing that? Like it does. I just go through like almost like a mood swing.
They are
the Desolators.
They're not my favourite look. I have to say, they do look a bit ridiculous.
But I like the absurdity of it.
They are overpowered in the game, apparently. So
I don't know. They're just.
I
should really do a video on how I did my ones, changed them up. We could give it a really a clickbaity title. How I fixed Desolator Marines.
Oh,
do you like that? Is that lured you
in? You know, when you first start YouTube, you're like, nope, never going to do clickbait.
I still don't. I try not to.
But that's how you get views, because you get more people clicking there. Yeah.
Do you know what? It's such a weird thing, and it's something that I've spoken to Emma many times about on Darkened Wings. It's just you like to think that your integrity will get you to places just through the sheer volume of your work.
Yeah.
Like I've never been one to, as you know, I post something and I've already moved on to the very next thing.
Yeah.
You know, by the time I posted that picture up on Instagram, said, "Hey, look at this! Isn't it cool? I think so. There it is." By the time someone's commented, I guarantee I've already started my next miniature, because I always have my next miniature in advance, worked out what I'm going to do. Very rarely do I sit there and go, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yes.
You kind of go through these almost like, I'm not interested in how well a video does.
Yeah.
It's done. It's out there. Brilliant. I've already started thinking about my next one and what I'm doing. But sometimes, there was, one, I painted the Krieg bust. I've actually got the bust here. And it was all about kind of like adding texture to models and stuff like that. It was a nice big bust. So, there was lots of room to play around with. And I just got like my camera settings kind of like looking a lot better and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And when I'd done the video, I was super pleased. There it is. There's the actual bus there.
Yeah. I remember watching the video. It was really good.
Like it's a great looking piece. Em's actually printed this out on Darkened Wings. If you want your own, message her. It was great fun adding all the dinks in the metal and like the frayedness on the and the video did awful. Like nobody watched it, and I was just gutted because I felt that it deserved, a bit more. And very rarely do I sit it like that. And anyway, I go back to doing what I do. Once again, you kind of sit there and you think, no, the power of my artwork will shine through eventually, and I will get noticed and stuff like that. And I don't need to resort to clickbaity titles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But the unfortunate thing with the YouTube algorithm is it doesn't promote, I guess, honesty.
Yes.
So if you're completely upfront with your videos, people either watch it for about 10 seconds or they just don't bother watching it at all because you've already told them what it's about.
Yeah.
In the description, and it's just not worth, and you just don't get that traction or that growth. And it's almost like YouTube kind of forces you into that way.
Yeah.
Especially, I'm going to say this really, really gently. Smaller channels like myself, I have to kind of play that game, if you will.
Oh, 100%, you know.
Because otherwise it's just not gonna, get that kind of exposure or that click. Because the metrics for YouTube are views, watched hours, then you get your click-through rate, which is how many of or people that have seen this thumbnail are choosing to click on it.
Yeah.
So it actually judges you on your performance on your click-through rate. So if you make something with a title that just goes how to paint Deathwing, people know what it's about already.
Yeah.
But if you wrote it like, I don't know, the most insane recipe for bone armor, super fast and easy with lots of capitals in that, all of a sudden people were like, oh, well, what's this? It's a bit more, and I think once again it's fallen into that kind of attitude of wanting quick consumable content that's really easy.
Oh, 100%,
Once they've clicked on your video, you've got that kind of time to be like, ha ha, you fools, you're here now. Have some jazz music and my voice. Yes, that's good. Doctors hate him. One man made the legislators look good. Here's how. Fixing GW's worst miniatures, but it's just silhouetted of the miniatures I'm fixing anyway. And someone's like, who's that Pokemon? Anyone can tell who it is, but it doesn't matter. We're still playing this game.
Yeah.
So it is, the YouTube thing, it's rewarding, but it's also, how to put it, a great aggravating.
I think that's why I've never, done a YouTube channel for like the club and that, because
the lives and stuff like that. Yeah.
I just don't think I would get enough people watching it to make it worthwhile. And videos,
you don't know that. One thing I've always said is I would never assume I would be popular on one platform because I've done well on another.
No, but
so it doesn't matter if I've got, a good amount of followers on Instagram. I would always go to something and be like, it's a new platform, it's new rules, it's new kind of like a way. So it's just a very difficult until you get bigger and you get those people that really like your stuff and come back every week and give you that baseline for a video to do well and be pushed out more and more.
Yeah.
You kind of have to resort to these kind of this way of doing things, and it's a bit. It's a bit. I guess, I would argue that the bigger accounts don't need the exposure as much because they have their fan bases established.
Oh yeah.
So in actual fact, if you're under a certain amount of subscribers, you should maybe get pushed out a little bit more to help growth or whatever.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, that comes with its own set of hurdles. It's like, well, what gives you the right to get hard? For someone else that's been here for ages and, blah, blah, blah. There's also that kind of thing with what happens if you get a small channel that just gets like a boom video on like their first or second attempt, and they get all these numbers up. They've only had one video. Chances are your next ones never do kind of that well.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's a shame that YouTube don't help promote those that are here day in, day out doing it.
No, I get that. Completely get that. It's but because I'm, I don't just do Warhammer. I don't think I'll attract the audience.
It's a strange one. I once put a poll up on my channel, and I was like, because predominantly I do Warhammer. They're nice miniatures to paint.
Yeah.
I'm spoiled by Games Workshop, if you will.
Oh yeah.
With how nice these miniatures are, regardless of what you think about the game or the company, you can't deny that Citadel
made
some of the best miniatures out there. And I put up a poll at once, and I said, would more people like to see non-Warhammer content? And I think there was something silly, like out of, I don't know, I think at the time 70, 80 votes, it was like 80% yes, or it was. I think it was actually higher than that. I think it was about 90% said yes, we want to see non-Warhammer stuff. But then when you do non-Warhammer stuff,
you don't get the views.
Nobody clicks on it.
Yeah, but how many people who watch your Warhammer ones are subscribed to you, though?
That's the thing. Once again, getting a subscriber to stick is incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
It's one click. It always amazes me how people unsubscribe to you on YouTube. You think, why? It makes no difference.
Unsubscribe to anyone who I subscribe to, because I forget about them sometimes if I don't watch them.
Yeah.
Then they'll just pop up, and I'm like, oh, forgot about them.
And I just think, like, it's just bonkers.
Yeah.
But it's just that's part of what you're competing with a lot of the time, unfortunately, especially on YouTube and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not an easy ride sometimes.
No. But then, like, Instagram isn't either. You know what I mean? Instagram's
no social platform is. No, when you're making stuff to, especially with Warhammer being a fairly niche kind of wargaming thing, and not every part of that. Like, there's no point. I mean, I do painting videos and kit bashing videos and stuff like that. But if you don't like painting or kit bashing, my videos are completely useless to you.
Yeah.
They're probably the most uninteresting things ever. So it's almost like you've got a niche, and then that niche is divided into three, which is the building, the painting, the playing.
Yeah.
And I mean, what you could say, 50% of the time, all three of those subjects will appeal to someone, and they'll click on your stuff. But then the other 25% won't like one part. The other 25 won't like another part. So you're scrabbling around for that kind of. I don't know. It's such a weird thing. It's interesting. It does interest me quite a bit, actually, how it works. It is quite fascinating in a, I guess, frustrating way. But yes, there we go. That's my little. I'm going to say it's a grumble, but that's just my observations.
Yeah, I mean, when I obviously I love Moonstone and love posting about it, but I barely get any interaction with my posts on Moonstone stuff.
Yeah, which is a shame, because it's a company that, if people just give it a chance.
Exactly,
let's see how good it is.
Yeah, I mean, you need to just look at like my rated games expo. 70% of people are demoed actually bought something.
Yeah.
Same with the club as well. Everyone who's played Moonstone at club has either returned to play it again or gone and brought their own models.
Yeah.
And that could say, oh, my passion shows through in it, or but it must be a good game for people to
want to go and do that.
Yeah. So,
yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, isn't it? Well, I've done a very smooth bone now. Look at that. Oh, look at
that. Shots just.
There's not a blemish. It's not a
blemish. No, it's not. Yeah, I've built 3 of them so far.
Do they go together quite easily?
Yeah.
I like their little tactical rocks.
Yes. Yeah, better than the flying see-through stands. Which I like.
That's the only time I've ever seen you get really angry.
Oh, they're just so annoying. They're just. Yeah. It's horrible.
I mean, I don't know what it ever did to you, but,
They're just there, aren't they? They're just there.
they're just fucking existing. But that I remember that live very well. I'll have to find it. If anyone wants to see Josh really lose his temper with something.
Yeah.
He's the most passive person I know.
The C3 bases
lose his rag with a flying stand was just
Yeah.
The best thing ever. I think you were literally a gnat's hair away from launching that miniature.
Oh yeah, quite probably, yeah. They're like my absolute hate.
Josh's kryptonite, if you will.
Yeah. Every time I look at model now, I make sure like do they have if they
have the fly-in stand before
if they do, I really have to love that model to buy them. It's
yeah.
I mean, the dragons from Age Sigmar wasn't too bad, but they're so big. That was a
bit more room to play around with.
I think they had like a ball socket kind of joint, say it's easy, but ones where you have to balance it on to glue them, and that's
Now I think that's close enough to the bone.
I know most people say, "Oh, you could easily magnetize them." I could, but I don't.
No, so, I'm with you on that. I could do, I just don't.
Yeah.
Right, let's get a little bit of, and let's draw.
Because I know people who magnetize standard troops, like all the troops, and then customize them. I'm thinking,
yeah,
it's just mad. It's just like, if you enjoy it, fair enough. But...
yeah, it's a skill, and I tell you what, it's a good skill to have to make your models obviously more cost effective.
Oh, 100%. I get that, but my God. To do like, I've seen orcs being magnetized, like orc boys. It's like, is that necessary to magnetize orc boys?
That's some dedication to the WoG.
Because their options are very limited anyway. So to have them all magnetized, it's like, sort of turn them into either slugger boys or chopper boys, basically.
Right.
Because obviously slugger boys are ones with guns, chopper ones are.
So I'm quite bad with my orc names, especially on 40k.
Yeah, so sluggers are basically the shooters, and the choppers are the choppy ones, combat ones,
chopping ones.
Yeah. Use orc logic.
Well, doesn't that work with everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Have you seen the guy who's like turned his tank into like sort of a drone where he flies it?
A what?
Turned one of the repulsor tanks into a drone, so basically flies.
I saw a thing pop up with a guy that turned a I can't think of the tank's name. Retributor. Repulsor into an RC car.
Yeah.
I saw that and I thought, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, someone who's like making some hover as well. One of them
made it hover.
Yeah, do you know, but like the like small drone? Yeah.
Cool.
Just nuts. And I've seen like orc vehicles with like proper suspension and that. Sort of thing.
A proper suspension. There was someone on Instagram, I can't remember who it was, put their Boingrot bounders on springs. So
yeah.
I was like, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Have you seen the Mechicrons as well?
Yeah, that's James Spoontastic Miniatures.
There is it.
He is such a nice guy. He's on. If you don't, he's on YouTube. He puts up lots of tutorials on shorts. Yeah, really, really nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his Mechicrons. I featured him in a video because I was looking at his work, and we got chatting about underpainting with pink and then going over with a yellow glaze.
Oh, okay.
And he had done his Mechicrons armor that same way, and I did ask him if I could feature him, and he was like, "Yeah, sure." He's such a nice guy.
Yeah, but Mechicrons just make me laugh. It's so funny.
That's great. More stuff like that. More absurdity in the Warhammer 40,000 universe, please.
Yes. Yeah.
It is what I think we need right now.
So I've seen the Siege Studio team do a Bacon Marine Army, which are like bacon chapter. It's all based on bacon and
bacon.
Yeah, it was commissioned for someone. It's on their YouTube. It's like sort of a crispy bacon sort of colour. They are. Like the banner's got just like crispy bacon on there. Just like.
I think like who sits there and goes, I definitely need a bacon chapter.
Yeah.
I don't care how much this costs.
Someone with a lot of money and a lot of time on their hands, I'd imagine.
Yeah, but I'd love to know the story of how that came about. Like, how did the bacon?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we do when me and James we sit down and we start talking about stuff. It always ends up in bollocks. And like we've come up with some ridiculous things over the years.
Yeah.
That have just like we're like, yes, we've got to do this. We've got to do it.
Yeah.
From mysterious strangers to stuff like that. It's just bonkers. The stuff that we've spoken about and tried to make a reality. So I can see how like you go, yeah, Bacon Marines. There was a conversation there between him and a couple of friends or a friend, and they got onto Bacon Marines, and now it's like that is all he does. Like that is him living the dream.
Yeah.
And I think that's amazing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's pretty cool, isn't it? No, I do prefer the weird and wonderful ones rather than you generic kind of.
It's more fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's more fun when everything's a bit weird.
It's like the Angry Marines.
The who?
The Angry Marines.
The Angry Marines.
Yeah, the yellow and they've got like a red sort of sad face on their shoulder pads. So,
I don't know them.
I don't know whether they're real. I don't think they're a real chapter, but I've heard rumours they are a real chapter. But yeah,
Angry Marines.
Angry Marines. Yeah.
If anyone knows that they are,
yeah. I don't think they are a real chapter, but yeah.
You never know.
And someone's got Ultramarines as actual Smurfs. The drop pods are like mushrooms and that. Which is just like not the Rabute Gulliman's like Papa Smurf. It's like
a big white beard.
Yeah, and just like brilliant. Yeah. Sorry, James, if you're listening, I know you like your Ultramarines, but it's quite funny.
I say things like that just tickle me greatly because there's been a conversation there, and it's like I need to make this a reality. I need to make this happen.
Yeah. Then again, everyone calls the Ultramarine Smurfs, don't they? So
Ultra Smurfs.
Yeah.
And I did Size of the Emperor, which are Ultramarine successors. I have a soft spot for the Ultramarines. I think they're quite cool.
I don't mind them. I mean, I've never painted one. I have to say, I've never painted an Ultramarine.
I think I've painted one once. Two. I painted two.
Ooh.
Yes. I painted a Captain in Gravis armor when I first got No Fear.
Yeah.
And I painted one for the store that is in there.
Oh, nice.
It's in the display cabinet, and it's like a show thing for when people want to copy the thing or whatever it is. I don't even know.
Mysterious Stranger, Billy the Nid. You have to explain more about Billy the Nid.
So
sounds like hillbilly too, isn't it? That does.
So we were chatting one day, and James is a big Fallout fan. I like Fallout, but James is very, very brushed up on it. And we were talking about, have you ever played a Fallout game, Josh?
No, I don't think so. But I know bits about Fallout. But
so there's a perk you can get called the Mysterious Stranger.
Oh, okay.
And it's a random thing that when you enter vaults,
yeah,
which is like vault assisted targeting something, and then like time slows down and you pick whether to shoot their head or their limb or anything like that, there is a very small chance, I think it depends on your luck stat, that if you get a critical or your luck is high enough, it will trigger the Mysterious Stranger showing up. And he shows up in the cutscene, and he always lands a critical hit.
Oh, okay.
And you get this little bit of music play that just goes like, down, 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 down. When he shows up on like a guitar.
Right. Okay.
And we were chatting one day. We were playing Kill Team, and I can't remember who it was. I think it was James had attacked me, and I rolled all my defense dice, and I got like 3 6s.
Okay.
And we were like, "Oh man, I can't believe that." And I think he kind of said like, if this was Fallout, the mysterious stranger would have shown up. So we kind of had this little weird rule that if ever you roll and all of your rolls were all 6s, the mysterious Kellamorph will show up. And you literally, he will. That's it. That unit's being taken out of play. He's killed it. Like it's just a weird random thing that could show up at the very worst time, and really, statistically, will show up very little because of how statistically possible it is.
Okay.
But the idea is it's there now, and it's something that we've toyed around with, and it's like I actually have a Kellamorph model just on my shelf. I need to get around to painting him. I need to look at the mysterious stranger to paint him up.
That would have worked really well with my game on Friday, actually. Had a really good roll.
What did you get?
So I was using my Forge Fiend.
Yeah.
And I was using the autocannons, which are 6 shots each.
Yeah.
Which obviously I've got 2 of them, so 12 shots.
Yeah.
But I've got sustain hit, so every 5, because Dark Packs, the Chaos thing, every 5 and 6s is a extra hit.
Yeah.
I rolled 10 of them was 5 and 6s.
Oh.
So I had like 20 hits basically.
Yeah.
It was like absolutely mental. It was against his streamer killer, if I remember right.
Yeah.
And, I got absolutely like the look of rolling that many 5 and 6s and 12 dice, absolutely nothing.
The look of horror on someone when you're like,
yeah. The look of my face when I rolled it, I was like, yeah, that's an extra 10 hits as well because of sustain hits, and it's just like,
yeah.
Although I did hurt myself because I failed my leadership test after.
I see.
Which is
you can't have it all
because you get to do it, but then you have to roll leadership, and if you don't, you suffer D3 mortal wounds. Which, but
you can't have it all.
Yeah, when you have that many shots and you get loads of 5 and 6s like that, it's not bad. It's great to have. I'll be honest. It's yeah.
Okay. This trim. It's such a thin bit of trim.
Yeah, it's the first time ever my Forge Fiend actually did something in the game. So.
See, I think it's always good when you've got that unit that you really like, but just ends up being absolutely useless.
Yeah.
And it actually comes through that one time, and you think all is forgiven.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the next time you use it, it'll go back to being absolutely useless.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for that now.
It's always a problem.
Yeah, it was just like, to get that many 5 and 6s in 12 shots was absolutely insane.
I'm sorry if my hand's really close to my thing. I'm just trying to paint this little bit of trim.
No, it's all right.
I don't know whether you can all see me trying to do that. It might be a bit blurry. But I'm trying to paint this bit of trim red. I think that will look quite nice.
Right. Yeah, it's quite hard with the Chaos because obviously you get the Dark Packs, but each Chaos God is like a different thing you can use. So trying to find whether you want like sustain hits or lethal hits on your guns and stuff.
Yeah.
Can be quite difficult sometimes. It's but I went with Nurgle, which was the sustain hits for that one.
Yeah.
But then I had like Slaanesh combat ones, so they're like sustain hits in combat as well, so I get additional hits.
Nice.
Because I was only against Tyranids, I knew there'll be a lot of like little nids about, so I thought, well, if we go with sustain hits, it's more hits.
Make sure you hit,
You know what I mean?
Which is probably the smarter way. Very tactical of you, Josh.
Yeah. But then I had like Cinch as well on my Havocs, which is lethal hits, I think, with them. So
yeah,
automatically wounds, I think, if I remember right, lethal hits. I didn't hit many with my Havocs, so it's.
What are the Raptors that you're building today? What are you gonna make those?
So these will be because I've already got a squad of Raptors.
Yeah,
And Harkham will claimer guy. I'm just basically just going to be like dropping down, just be a pain in the ass basically, and hopefully.
Are they going to be linked to a Chaos God? Are you? What are you doing for the Raptors?
It'll probably be either Khorne or Slaanesh, depending on whether I want lethal or.
Go Khorne, man. Go Khorne all day long.
It just depends who I'm versing, because obviously I can change it.
Yeah, you can change it on the.
You know what I mean? So because it's no point costs. I can, say if I'm versing someone like you look people like Stowed is something which are really tough. I'll probably go more lethal because at least I'll automatically wound them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where if I'm versing the Horde army, staying hits will be better because I'll get more rolls then. So it's so it's quite good how it. Or you could go Undivided and get re-rolls. So on wound rolls, I think it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's I quite like how I would do it, and I quite like how the Curse Gods are disappointed in you and like they hurt you.
They're disappointed. They're not angry. They're disappointed.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I killed the Screamer Killer with my fortune, like pretty much in one shot. But after all his weapons went. Chaos God still wasn't happy with him, so he still got wounds off him as well.
Really? Do you not like if you do well, they reward you, or is it like a rolling thing?
It's just a leadership test. So if you fail your leadership test,
So I like quirky little rules like that. I mean, they make a faction fun to play.
It's a bit of a pain because obviously, you lose models quite quickly. But
yeah,
it's but it's also fun because Nurgle wasn't very happy with you for that. Have some wounds.
Yeah, which I like the idea of. It's quite amusing to think that. Yeah, like, even if you've done well, they go, nah,
not good
we
enough.
We didn't like
that. I do quite like it, even though it's a pain, but it's a good pain,
Hey, Nurgle like that.
Yeah. But it's a Harkin. I didn't actually get a chance to use him that much last game.
Yeah,
I really wanted to use him. I got him dropped down, and he had threw a spear which missed. Then I charged in, but I used my Raptors first, and they killed the whole unit. So it was just like
He showed up, and it was like, oh.
It was part of that unit, but because I rolled from my Raptors go first, because I had more hits. I was going to what's the Leviathan? The heavy weapon Tyranids from the Leviathan box. Barbagorns, are they?
Barbagorns.
Barbagorns.
Yeah, Barbagorns.
Yeah, I charged them in them, and I just my Raptors just destroyed them straight away. So
how was it like playing against the Tyranids? Are they quite an imposing force at the moment? Are they?
Yeah. So like the what they're called, Termagants. Yeah. So they come back on it's D3+3 every turn.
Oh wow! So yeah, they could really.
Unless he killed a whole unit, which I never managed to do. I got down to one.
Yeah.
Then he had 6 come back.
Frustrating.
And it's just like I know them cultists really hitting them. Obviously, cultists aren't exactly the strongest survival model. It was just like hack them all down. Last like 1 or 2 couldn't kill them. More come back next round. It's like,
Well, that's the that's the challenge there, isn't it? So
Yeah. So, but no, it's fun. I don't like the lictors. They're horrible.
Are they bad in combat? Are they?
They're just horrible. Like they're super fast, and they're just. I've never had much luck with them. I've had first one twice now, and both times they've absolutely done me.
See, that'll be a personal challenge for you to try and.
Well, it is, but it's also hard to actually mow them down because like they're always hiding. So it's like, you know, you can't. Most people come in like out the side, then they just pretty much get to your first turn.
Do they Von Ryan leap you? That's very childish.
Well, I haven't first any of the Von Ryan leapers yet, so
yeah.
The new Lictor model looks pretty cool. Actually, I might get one for club when it comes out.
Yes, I think a lot of them look good.
Because
I especially like, and I think everyone will agree here, the Norn Emissary.
Is that the huge one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, it's a nice model, but I wouldn't buy it because it's only a club army, and I might have really getting 1,000 points worth of nits for it, and I've got about 800 so far. So
it is wow.
Yeah. So
I don't know. I think a lot of the new NID stuff, once again, really impressed. Glad that they've got such a big bit of love, a good range refresh.
It was nice to see. I thought they were just going to show one model and that's it,
Yeah.
So I'm interested in what space, because obviously they would have had that many if Space Marines won. So what Space Marine stuff's going to come out? Because obviously I think Codex is come out next month.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I wonder what other Space Marine stuff they're going to have.
Now, the only thing I will say with the NID stuff is there are re-releases. They're not new units; they're new models of old units.
Yeah, but they
whereas
do need
Space Marines, I think, will get new units.
Oh yeah. No, completely agree. But then the Tyranids did need,
they needed love. Yeah, their range needed a hell of a lot of work.
You could say about the Leviathan box, most of Space Marine unit was new models for them units.
Yes, I mean the Infernus. Yes, Stern Guards are redone.
Yeah. Librarian
Terminator's redone. Librarian's redone. The Captain in Terminator armor has been redone.
Yeah, another Lieutenant.
The Phobos Lieutenant. No, that's new because that's a Tyrannic vet. The Biologist was new.
Yeah, but you can't use them in Leviathan box, which is bloody stupid.
I have heard this. What do you mean you can't use him?
Because he's Gravis. So you can't actually put him in a unit with anything in the Leviathan box because none of them have Gravis armor.
Yeah, but you don't have to put him in a unit.
I don't think he's got the
Has he not got the lone operative keyword?
I don't think so.
I thought if you didn't put them in a unit, they just gained it.
Oh, I don't know actually, because I the way I've read and everyone club has always if they haven't got the lone operative keyword.
James, can you just confirm that for us? If they're a HQ and they don't have the lone operative keyword, can you still use them? How does that work? Because he obviously James did kindly come round and I had some Archangels. We played a little game. It was good fun. Just so I can get the swing of things. And I was asking some questions about attaching models to units and stuff like that. But obviously, the Biologist is a model that it just really isn't for me.
See, I'm going to do them green and do like the more mental health colours, I think.
Green with like white cross, that would be kind of cool.
Well, I'm going to do like one arm, just pure white. Then the rest of them like green. Yeah, that's what I've got planned. Maybe red trim on his white armor.
Yeah.
Or something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just under the impression of, but obviously I might be wrong, as I'm not the rules guy. And if you're taking rules advice off of me, whoa, you've messed up.
Yeah.
So I might put a little fifth company.
Well, all of them are done now, so
That'd be cool. Maybe a
Fine.
big V. I could give him a big V. Have I got a big V anywhere?
Big V.
A big V? Hey, that's like a V. Let's use an upside down tactical symbol. Yeah, why not? There we go. Big V. Big V.
Here they are, all of them. Oh.
Nice. I like it.
Bit of all my leaders at the end there, but yeah. We've got guy with the flamer. Everyone else has got chainsaws and bolt guns, and he's got a power fist and a plasma pistol.
Oh, there you go. James has said he actually doesn't need the lone operative keyword.
Oh, okay.
So there we go.
Okay, so characters don't have to join units.
He's just a character. So you can still use him. There we go. I thought it was odd. I don't think even GW would be that dense as to kind of put a model in there straight away that you can't use. Maybe a codex that's out of date before it's released, but I don't think they'd ever do something like
that. So, for example, James, my Terminator, Chaos Lord and Terminator, can he be on his own? Does he have to be in the unit? Or can he be on his own? Because he has to be with unit Terminators, I think.
Now, once again, I think you can use these models. Oh, look at this. V. I've got a V. There we go. Get in there, Rob. I know what I've got. And that's the right size to go there. Maybe I'll put a little skull or something on him. Oh, yeah, right. Leave that one out. Look at that. I found that on the Ultramarines vehicle transfer sheet. Just goes to show you got to keep these bits.
What's around there? Where is it? You go. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, so that'll build. So I'm going to spray them up and take them on holiday with me next week. And I'll paint them up on.
Although, Josh, you are on holiday, please leave the Warhammer at home. Switch off. Enjoy.
No, I always take some with the paint, like for the evenings. It helps me sort of relax and that. So
I thought like you'd be like on a beach somewhere.
Relaxing. We're going to Yorkshire. So
I'll take it all back then.
No, so it's going to be like countryside, and the weather's meant to be rubbish next week, which is.
Are you stuck in a caravan somewhere?
No, we've got one of these houses we rent.
Nice.
We're going with mum, my dad, and brother and his girlfriend. So about 10 of us all together.
Good. At least you're all together. That'll be good.
8 of us. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
There you go. You can still use him. They're just more vulnerable if they're on their own. So he actually doesn't need to be part of a squad.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Yes. Yeah, because when you're in squad, you have to shoot squad, don't you, before you shoot, unless you got the decision keyword.
Yes, whereas if he's not, he is out on his own, whatever. So.
Yeah. Okay.
So there we go.
Yeah. Although he can deep strike because he is Terminator, so he could be hiding.
Yeah, it could be. Beep, beep, beep. If you painted your little neepy thing, Josh.
I have, yes.
Hey!
Neep. I tried to do hazards on it, but it didn't work very. So, yeah. But hey, it's like I really want to do like hazard stripes on the power fists of the Terminators, but I just don't have the skill to do it.
It's really easy to do, Josh. Hazard stripes are really, really easy to do.
I've got really shaky hands, so trying to do straight line.
Doesn't matter. So have I when I'm hungover.
You know, and it's just so
hazard stripes are
so
easy.
Yeah, I want to. Well, I've got a couple of more Moonstone models painted up because I've opened 2 boxes now.
Yeah.
So I've got 4 more models painted up. But then I really want to start my Rumble Slam team.
Yeah.
Which are like Day of the Dead. Kind of.
They're cool looking miniatures Rumble Slam.
Yeah. Yeah, got skeleton like some absolute naked beers down there. Don't know if you see them. They're
cool.
Yeah, so then I should play a couple of games, but so many different games to paint up and learn.
That's the thing at the moment, isn't it? Time.
Yeah.
Finding that time.
I have played my Kings of War as well, which 2 of them did a base so far. The Empire of Dust. Really fun game, Kings of War. Actually, it's
yes, cool model as well. Again.
Yeah, I went for the Empire of Dust, which is like their version of Two Kings, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't got the ambush.
Say another game. Once again, I just don't know much about.
Yeah.
Just purely through sheer time.
Neat thing, love it.
Okay, right. So that's he goes in there. Just put him there like that, so he stays together. Oh, come on, get in there. There we go. Right, he's going to go on the shelf because he's going to be the last one I paint. He's all together. So you go there.
Yes, and hopefully I'll be able to show you, do a picture on my Terminator tomorrow. Just ink the bases. Then I just need dry brush him.
Okay. I managed that.
Nice.
Nice and neat. Job done.
That's very good. Yeah. I've built the squad of Raptors.
But I did find all the bits for the upcoming video, which I'm trying to get it out for Saturday.
So. Oh no. So I'll try and watch it.
Yes,
on Saturday.
Got a little whoa sneak peek there.
Ooh.
Yeah, there we go. So that's it. Josh, I'm going to call it there. Just purely because for the last 45 minutes I've needed a poo.
Back? Nice.
So the curious turtle is about to make an appearance, I fear. So touching cloth, if you will. So there we go. Josh, it's been lovely spending the evening with you.
It's been fantastic.
And I'm not back next week. In all
fairness, I'm not here next week either. So.
Is because I am going off to one of my best friend's wedding. So very much looking forward to that.
Yeah. And I'm away next week anyway. So
there we go. It works out perfectly.
So
it'll be the week after for the next hobby hangout. So there we go. But that's it from me. That's it from Josh. For this week.
Although, if anyone's around Litchfield tomorrow, club's on. So if anyone
wants, Free Spice Game Group. Best venue in the north, so I hear.
Midland.
Northern to like London. So
I'm walking home, going to grab some pizza. So I'll say bye. Bye, James.
Yeah, James, thanks for popping in. Thanks for your Susie Denty.
Yes,
they're helping us with those rules.
Yeah.
And that's it. I'll see you all soon.
Yes, see you soon, guys.
God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye. Bye.